Hello video viewers. In today's video, we are looking at how you can achieve that A1 grade in your WAEC and NECO come next year, 2024. A student and you're about to take your own WAEC, then this video, we're going to be looking at the strategies to employ for you to be able to have A1 in your WAEC chemistry, also in your NECO chemistry. You see, for you to have a very good grade in chemistry, then you need to start planning early enough, because chemistry is not a child's play subject. It's a subject that you have to take very seriously and be so very intentional about it for you to be able to pass it very well. So if your dream is to pass your chemistry with a flying grade, with A1, then stay tuned while we take a journey on how you can make A1 in your WAEC chemistry come next year. Okay, the number one strategy for you to make A1 in your WAEC chemistry is strategic planning. For anything to go on well, or for anything to be done perfectly, then it needs a very good planning and execution of a plan. If you don't start now to plan for your WAEC, then you are planning to fail. So you need to plan, bring out all the topics you are supposed to do, bring out your WAEC chemistry syllabus, go through all the topics you are supposed to do, then plan them on how you are going to start reading them now and cover them months before the examination. Divide the topics segment by segment and schedule your time on how you will be reading them and make sure you stick to it. So proper planning and strategic planning will go a very long way in helping you master chemistry and make a good grade in your chemistry WAEC examination. The second thing is understanding the fundamentals of chemistry. Understanding the fundamentals of chemistry. Chemistry, just like any other science subject, have basics and fundamentals. You cannot understand the complex topics in chemistry or the more challenging topics in chemistry if you don't understand the basics or the building block of chemistry. So if you don't understand the basic concept in chemistry, then it is time, and this is the right time, no procrastination. This is the right time to go back, bring all the basic topics in chemistry, try to understand the whole basic concept in chemistry and the concept on which chemistry is built on. Then when you now go over them and understand them very well, then you will know you are ready to go. Then you can now start going into some other more complex topics and studying them, and then you can understand them very well. I know that sometimes understanding the basics of chemistry may be challenging, but then that is where you bring in resilience, dedication, and discipline. Don't give up maybe when you see a concept that is difficult for you to understand. Instead, meet your friends who understand it or your teacher and ask questions on those topics, on those concepts. Let them explain it very well to you so you can understand it. So some topics like stoichiometry, law of conservation of matter, chemical symbols and elements and their chemical symbols, chemical equations, acid, base, and salt, and the standard forms, how to convert numbers from ordinary form to standard forms, and how to manipulate values, and then how to convert different units from one unit to the other. Let's use a meter, for example, how to convert from meter to centimeter to decimeter, and so on and so forth. All these things are basic topics. You try to learn them, you try to understand them, you try to learn topics like gas laws. These are the building blocks, the chemistry building blocks. Topics like bonding in chemistry. When you understand these topics, then it will be easier for you to understand some other complex topics in chemistry. So if you don't understand them, don't be shy about it. There is nothing to be shy. Go on, or your friend who is good at it, let the person explain it to you. If you start it early enough now, before the exam draws close, you'll be a master in it. Okay? So that is the second one. Then the third one is that you need to start practicing comprehensive note taking. Comprehensive note taking doesn't mean bulky note taking. There is a way you arrange your notes, the topics, you summarize your notes, and arrange it in such a way that it will be easier for you to read and easier for you to understand. Whenever you go to class, make sure you are taking comprehensive notes. Note all the examples given about a particular thing, note all the key definitions given about a particular thing, and try to understand the explanations to them. Then use diagram, use charts, use anything, pictures, anything that will help you to understand faster and to read faster. Also use it to organize your notes in such a way. Any question that is raised, then try to learn how it is answered, and so on and so forth. So plan your notes strategically in such a way that just by looking at it, you will easily understand everything you wrote, and you can easily read it and assimilate it. You cannot remove the importance or the magic of strategic note taking in learning chemistry. Is practice, practice, practice. Continue to practice. Don't ever stop practicing. Recruit questions. Bring different questions in a particular topic, or in any topic you are reading. Bring different questions. Questions from WAEC past questions, questions from JAM past questions, questions from NECO past questions. Bring them, then try to answer them. Anyone you don't understand or you can't answer, go and check the solution. Ask somebody that can answer it, let them answer it, and then learn how they answered it, and continue to practice it, because practice, they say, makes perfect. This time you still have enough time to practice different questions and different things. You still have the time to practice, maybe fail, make mistakes, and then correct it and become perfect. But if you wait till when the exam is already a stone throw, like when the exam is already very close, then you become agitated, you become afraid, and you may not have the time then to be practicing over and over and over again. But if you start now, practice makes perfect. By the time you practice it from now till maybe, let's say, next 2-3 months, you find out that all the concepts, basically, you'll be very good at them. In fact, if you practice all the past questions, there is hardly a question you'll be asked and you cannot answer it. You will literally know how to answer all the questions, because no new question is actually coming. It is only maybe a twisting of maybe questions that have been asked before. So practice, practice, and practice. In fact, in practicing, you will begin to understand some of the concepts you never understood while you were reading your notes or textbook, or even while teaching was going on. But when you start to practice questions, several different kinds of questions and different ways in which questions are asked, you begin to practice it, you begin to answer it, you begin to learn it, and unlearn maybe the wrong ones you have learned before. Then you will see that chemistry will no longer be difficult. This is where we are going to end this first segment of what to do to score A1 in your WAEC chemistry. If you find value in this video, or if this video was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and watch out for the second part of this video, because we are not done. I don't want to make the video so lengthy, so I'm going to cut it into different segments. So this is for part 1, so stay tuned and subscribe, so that when you upload part 2, you will be notified. So see you, and good luck in your forthcoming WAEC examination.